So my life before a better way, I had two parents. My daddy was law enforcement. My mama was a stay-at-home mom. I grew up on a cow farm. Around 11 years old, my parents sat us down, me and my little sister, explained that they weren't going to be together anymore and everything was going to be all right. And then chaos just came in and it confused us. It was just a really bad divorce and I was not expecting it. There was a lot of anger in the house, a lot of drinking. And I watched that and I thought that's how it was supposed to be. You know, my last name being what it was and my daddy being who he was, that I could get away with anything. And I just learned that behavior and it ended up not helping me in the long run. I got my wisdom teeth cut out when I was about 17. Put on hydrocodone and smoking weed, partying just like normal high school kids do. And so I started running out of hydrocodone and I started buying them. And eventually that turned into Roxy's, oxycodone. So that started and that went from one a day to multiple a day. And then the doctor got locked up. And when you're doing so many a day, the price goes up. So they were harder to find, and I had a buddy tell me about shooting them up. So I tried that, and that got really expensive. Then I went to heroin, and one night, overnight, it's like heroin disappeared and fentanyl came in the streets. So years of fentanyl and meth use, in and out of jails, in and out of PDCs, in and out of rehabs for years. And I've been in dark places. I honestly got to the point where I really didn't care if I died. And I knew that at this point, I was okay with it and that it was gonna happen eventually. So when I heard about A Better Way, Bobby Dodd is real big in Dodge County where I'm from. And for years he had been coming in and out of the jails, speaking about A Better Way. But I was young. I wasn't trying to hear nothing about no 18 months or no cigarettes. And but he constantly was coming in and out, in and out. And every time I was locked up, it's like he showed up. But I always sat toward the back or sit in my cell and listen. And I had two buddies come up here when we were all three locked up at the same time. And Joe Jackson and Alfred Jones. And they tried to get me to come with them, but I wasn't going for it. And they ended up getting through this thing, and Joe passed away before he graduated. Alfred ended up pushing through, and you know, I just felt like if they could do it, I could do it. I've never been to a ministry, but you know, I was just like, well, something's a little different, you know, because where I'm from, you know, I mean, I grew up in a double wide, so yeah. So when I pulled up, Bobby looked at me, I looked at him, he said, "You gonna be all right?" And I'm thinking, I guess so, I'm always all right. You know, everywhere I go, I make it. But so we walked downstairs, and I see Billy. He's over there on his computer, he don't really say too much. And I walk in, I'm doing the paperwork, sitting down there, asking me if I want this and that, and Billy comes in and starts explaining everything. And Brother Doug and Bobby just leaves. He's like, "All right, gone, good luck." And I didn't have nothing, I didn't have no clothes or anything. I mean, I did, but I couldn't pick them up. And it was kind of a rough start, but then once I went to Grace House, my shepherd came up to me and he asked me, he says, "Chris Cootie, your daddy?" And I thought, I was like, the first person that talks to me, you know, knows my daddy, all the way up here. And I'm like, yeah. So he got to talking, and it was Sean Gertman. He said, "Yeah," he said, "your daddy's helped me out a lot." He said, "I'm your shepherd," this and that, and started explaining to me. So I felt a little better. You know, I had somebody that at least somewhat knew me. There were some rules that I was like, this is crazy. And, but I fell in line pretty quick. I didn't really have too much of a problem with some of the rules. I broke quite a few though. But structure-wise, I was all right with it. Wasn't nothing really new. And I mean, it did suck sometimes having to follow a leader that was 18 years old telling you what to do. The brotherhood had a better way. I've always kind of had somewhat of brotherhoods here and there. Being locked up, I guess you could say I had somewhat of a brotherhood, and it was in the wrong direction. But the brotherhood here was a little different. Actually having people that really cared about you and really even thought about you. Today, I have some brothers that I know for 100% fact that I can call on, no matter what time of day it is and what's going on, that they will answer the phone. Just the fact that Brother John lets 12 hoodlums run around his house and buys this for us, buys that for us, takes us on the beach, and actually cares enough to give us somewhere to go to give our life to Jesus. I've never been baptized before this, and I'm glad that this was my first one, and I plan for it to be the only one. And it was something different, man. I didn't feel no different, honestly, when I come up out of the water. It was just another day, but I just know in the back of my mind and in my heart that I did something right for the first time. But it was nice to go down there for a few days, not have to worry about nothing, and Brother John teaching you about the baptism, explaining, you know, what it's about, what it's truly about. I've never really had somebody sit down and explain. You know, I thought you just got dunked in the water and, you know, you got a ticket into heaven. But Brother John's pretty cool, man. He's really just one of us. And he's just trying to help us get to where he's at. Better Way has taught me a lot. I started seeing things that people were praying for, and I started seeing them come to life. And then something I prayed for a long time was that me and my daddy have our relationship back. Me and Mama's always been tight, always will be. It's never been broken, but there was something broken between me and my daddy. And I know for a long time I've been praying, like, I want that back. And I remember I called him and I asked him if he wanted to come to my family day. And he was like, yeah. And he came see me in jail before I came up here, and we had a heart-to-heart for the first time, and I kind of still was hesitant on that. But he came up here, man, and we started with Family Day. And so I swapped it up. Family Day was his and my passage was Mama. And after so many family days, man, me and my daddy's relationship, I said I wasn't gonna cry, but me and my daddy's relationship is back to where it was supposed to be. And he calls me every day, texts me every morning, and we're slowly rebuilding that. And A Better Way gave me that back. A Better Way's giving me my courage back, my self-confidence back, and I still struggle with that sometimes, my insecurities. But it's giving me that back, and I can keep my head up. I can look people in the eye now. There's something about this place that, and it's hard. A Better Way is not easy by no means at all. It sucks at times, but it's the best thing I've ever done in my life, I think. And even though I've complained here and there, we all complain, but you know, I called this place, they didn't call me.